Welcome to Hopetown.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own.
Ron hopes the best thing that happened to us.
We'd be dust, except for the factory.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? I'm sure they didn't want to die any more than you did. It's a pointless and stupid waste of life, but they brought it on themselves. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. No, and I can't get answers as to why not. I'm sure Mr. Hope has his reasons. Sure, I'll be right here when you want to head up.
Off-worlders? Nothing. Just keep it holstered. We'll all get along fine.
Welcome to Hope Tech Sales. Give me your invoice. You got the financing set up already? Some middle manager type? Like 90% of... Listen, you may need to impress your boss and all, but let's just get this done as efficiently as possible. Oh, a potential cut. Well, what you need to know about our ships is they're from stern to bow, built for real. Other star yards might got glitz or some weird crazy lines. With Hope Tech, you get people that care about you making that 300th freight run safely. When it gets tough, pretty won't keep you alive. So what are you in the market for? So what we need is nickel. We need a small shipment. 500 units of it. Excellent. Oh. It doesn't appear you have anything to... Hope Tech never sleeps. I worked the freight lines flying a Hope Tech ship for near a decade. Gertrude saw me through plenty of scrapes and just... Hope Tech ships will save your life. Let me show you our inventory. I have hours of invoices to go over, so you have a good day.
Just want to get all these approvals. Just waiting on the credit check. Bureaucracy, right?
Hard to get better prices for a hauler.
Welcome to Hope Tech. How may I help you? Miss Anaya can take care of you. Is she... If you have an appointment with Ron Hope, he's very busy, so... Goodbye.
Ron Hope's a damned hero in my book.
Hey,
No. I sure hope those colony ship folks were able to get where they were going with that grab drive we gave them. Well, all of them. I've been with Mr. Hope since near the beginning. I think he appreciates my attention to detail and my focus on the although he has... Oh, it's marvelous. Generally, they only... Oh, sure, they're... But they almost... Sure, bye.
how's it going? You ready to head upstairs? His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up.
As long as you keep the
I'm
peace.
guessing the Marshal already
You're
told you
good in
this,
my
but
book.
I'll say it anyway.
Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
I keep telling them we need 3 other rec officers to keep up
Pardon?
with demand.
Try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Freestar Rangers. At last!
The application list is
Dad, good to see you.
I've been trying to get my brother a job here. He's got
I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Freestar Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better. That's good news. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. You'd better learn some respect. One dispatch to Aquila City, and I can end your bereavement. Now, tell me that you've at least got... Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Sadly, there's no lack of mercenaries in the settled systems. I suppose the chance to cut costs by stealing a ship was too good to pass up? Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can. Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown. What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. HopeTech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice. We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems... Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than... However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped... No, nothing at all. It was just a standard... Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. HopeTech. Now, you can bet my ships. Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on HopeTech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a response. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I hope so.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger station. He's a little different than the rest of us, but... he should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Yeah, the question of who helped the starship thief is still... Don't you worry. You be careful in Neon.
Enjoy, if you'll excuse me. I am on duty.
I do not have a brain or central nervous system. I do not understand the benefits of Aurora.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here, but this city is real good at keeping it secret. Yeah, about that. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace and make sure the violence doesn't... The last thing anyone around here wants is some... I pick my battles, and I pick them carefully. Our first duty is to protect the people of the Freestar Collective. But sometimes you have to choose which people to protect, because not everyone is innocent. Ah, rookies. Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship... I'll introduce you. But don't expect a favor, even if it doesn't cause credits. Of course, Neon's full of desperate people who have nowhere else to turn. For some, it's the drugs, for others, it's gambling. There are a lot of ways to lose everything in this city. My rule is simple. If someone brought it on themselves, then I don't get involved. Rangers are supposed to exercise good judgment. I'm one person here. I can't help everybody. The best I can do is try to protect the ones who are innocent. And believe me... Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. You learned quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. Hostages or not. There are two things you don't do in Neon. One, you don't mess with Bayou's money, and two, you don't take Aurora off-road. I need to impress that upon you, because the fact that you think justice is absolute concerns me, Deputy. It's never that simple.
Kind of busy right now?
Hey, Billy. You got a second?
What? Oh, gee. Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? A stolen Hope Tech ship, huh? Well, Here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. You know what I mean? Whoa, relax. No need to get rough here. Truth is, I'm scared enough as it is. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Please, just hear me out, okay? I need to know I can count on you. Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, the only one that matters around here, the Seoka Syndicate. That being said, rumor has it that Emmett Goodman is on the outs, so they might not miss him much if he were to. I swear it on my best set of rings. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epsom. The place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's...
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
This is private property. You better keep walking. This is... Nah, I don't think so. Do you now? I don't think so. I'm nuts. Hard to argue with that. You go in, talk to the man, and then you come right back out. Try anything stupid, and it's your funeral. Here, this will get you in.
What? Got a problem?
Something I can do for you, friend. Well now, always happy to have a visitor. Tell me, what brings you by, friend? Little light on credits, are you? It's awful kind of you to intervene on my behalf, but I think I have the matter well in hand. Thank you all the same for you. Oh, I intend you no offense. It just seems to me that you're trying to... What's your stake in this anyway? If you think I'm afraid of some loudmouth deputy, how about I save us both some time and deal...
I am not picking up the enemy on my scanner. I believe the enemy is nearby. Commencing combat.
And lives. Got you in my sights. You ain't leaving this alive.
Perform a wellness check and address any injuries.
Yeah, I've seen. Did you talk to Goodman? I didn't mean to put you in harm's way. I was hoping he'd come around when he's...
Took me about a week on the job to learn that doesn't usually work around here.
Okay. Time for me to keep my end of the bargain. The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit. And she's been throwing money around, so must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
Rachel?
Enjoy some unique company and toss back.
Maybe you'd like to try a Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something? Aw, come on now. Don't tease a girl. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just get on with it. Aw, ain't you polite? I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect... That sound about right? Fine, yes. I jacked the ship. But look, I was just a contractor. I didn't even keep the ship. I gave it to some men. It was just a quick, clean job. I made sure nobody got hurt. Hey, all I did was provide them with transportation. They didn't say anything about where they were going or why. Look, I wouldn't have got involved if I thought anyone would be hurt. I've got no love for violence.
Not asking questions is just as bad as giving consent. If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't. I do want to make things right. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside HopeTech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. No, but it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken. Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't. Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know? Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the First must take a lot of money. I'm sure he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
No. Nothing at all.
Left me feeling a little disappointed. Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed. Yeah, sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone can crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Hey, you don't need to tell me twice.
I bet you have some great travel stories.
Our newest deputy. Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think? Oh, I can't fly anywhere. Issues with my Eustachian tubes. Being in a pressurized environment is like someone taking a laser cutter to the sides of my head. It's not great, but at least I can pretend to visit the party capital of the galaxy by having you. Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful? Oh, come to daddy, my sweet. I see lots of coffee and... Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the... Just look for me up here. I have no... Oh, why should I? Nothing but dirt, cold air, and Asha waiting. I like my nice, cozy... It'll take as long as it takes. One thing I can promise you, though, is that it'll go a lot faster. You're counting on me. Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your better.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot.
Let's talk for a minute. Welcome back. Any luck finding out? Glad you got a chance to meet him. Sounds like you're making real progress. You're off to a good start, but that's all. What did you learn from this starship? Now we're getting somewhere. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I can give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. He came from money, and when the 1st Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. But I guess that got put on hold. Like what? Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy. So it's a... Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation. Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the 1st. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now, looking into the smuggling operation. Just remember, that's outside Freestar Collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there. Your priority is to gather more intel about the 1st. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.